All I can really do is just smile from ear to ear, because these are the best things that I've ever made in my whole life.
Cooking, gonna make us some food now, 'cause that's the thing that you do now.
So, I love to cook. You guys already know that. I especially love to cook in the fall. I mean, pumpkin muffins. And these are like incredibly awesome. Like, I can't, you just have to try them and eat them yourself because it's really hard to describe with words. What I'm gonna do first in my KitchenAid mixer is I'm gonna add the 2 sticks of salted butter along with 3 cups of sugar. I'm gonna mix those together and then I'm gonna add in the eggs. 1 and 2. I am digging out just 3 cups of sugar. I'm gonna throw them right in here and then I'm gonna mix this together. I'm now gonna add my eggs in 1 at a time. Woo, there goes 1. That's mixed in there. Then I'm gonna go for the second egg, another one. Excellent. I'm actually gonna take a spatula and make sure I get all that mixture off the sides just to make sure it's good and mixed. Because I'm a good baker. I don't know why the mixture of butter, sugar, and eggs looks so delightful to me, but it does. You can see like what the mixture looks like now. Now I'll go for the third one. You just want to make sure that it's got that nice consistency where everything's mixing in there together. So it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to add in my teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix that up a little bit more, and then I'm going to get started on my dry ingredients. So here I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm just going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I said those wrong. I said them backwards to the ones that I'm actually putting in, but you get the gist. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You want to make sure these measurements are exactly right when you're baking. 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. If you have a sifter, do this in a sifter. If not, then do what I'm about to do. And that's grab a fork and sift all the ingredients together. Like I said, when you're baking, it's very, very important to get all these ingredients exactly right. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make when they're baking, is they just kind of are like estimating. That's what I do when I cook everything except for when I bake. So I've now got all of my dry ingredients sifted together, and I've opened my can of pumpkin. So you want to get a can of pumpkin. It calls for 16 ounces. This is a 15-ounce can that I got from Trader Joe's. So I may open a second one and take just a tiny bit off the top, but that's probably close enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients along with the pumpkin. I've got my KitchenAid mixer locked, and I'm gonna add in 1/2 of the dry ingredients, 1/2 of the canned pumpkin. It looks so gross, but it's so good. Then you speed it up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna add in the last bit of the dry and the last bit of the pumpkin. And if you taste this batter, it is so incredible. I take the risk of salmonella just because it's that good. And you're about to taste the best muffins you've ever eaten in your life. All right, family and friends. So you can do a large muffin tin or you can do mini muffins. I do mini muffins because it makes me feel like I'm eating less. You can either spray this with Pam and add them right in, or you can do like I do, and I use these tiny little mini muffin paper cups. I'm gonna put these in all of these, and then I'm gonna use a little scooper, scoop those into this.
Morning, good morning, rise and shine. Today's the day I make you mine.
So as you can see, I made several mini muffins out of this batter, and I still have some left over. So what I'm gonna do is I add what's remaining to these little mini loaves, and then I'll just gift these to people. So now I'm gonna put these in the oven at 350 for like 12 to 15 minutes. You just use a fork or a toothpick or something to see if they're done in the middle, and they're ready to go. Quick update. These have been baking for, they baked for 12 or 13 minutes and then the oven turned off. So I had to turn the oven back on. So you really have to watch it, you know, you have to watch because depending on what oven you have or depending on how many pieces you put in there, it's gonna take a little bit longer to cook. All I can really do is just smile from ear to ear because these are the best things that I've ever made in my whole life. My whole life. You better run to the grocery store and get you all these ingredients and make these. They are incredible. I hope you guys liked this recipe. Give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Comment below like if you guys want to see any recipes. I make all the things.
Now, 'cause that's the thing that you do now. When you're ready to